Okay, I'm supposed to be live. I guess when someone gets here, we'll find out if I am. I'm going to do the announcement first, and then I'll show you some items that I picked up at Flores Electric Trains at his house, which he has all this stuff right now. Rumor has it Atlas bought Micromark. True or false? False. Not sure where this rumor is from, but we have no affiliation with Atlas. They did not buy us, and we are very much still family owned. This is Cheryl K from Micromark. I will put this on the podcast. Probably some dissatisfied dickhead. Ha ha ha. Thanks, Dirk. Yes, unsure where that came from. A gentleman responded and said Atlas bought Microtrains in scale. I think he got them mixed up. Thanks for the reply and clearing this up. My name? Maybe answer this one. Why can't rubber mold rapid set be kept in stock? It cost me $42 to get. Would love a dealer discount if possible. We'll see where that goes. So I went to Flores Electric Trains today, and he got in a collection. I can't buy it for that and then turn around and try to resell it. I didn't really say anything that way to him. He's trying to make money because of what he put out. So I understand all that. I picked up a box because I thought it just had what, two sheets of styrene, the big ones. No, it's actually this. And directions, kind of pictures, and shows you what it's going to look like, and directions and all. I don't know if you've ever done a Plastruct, but good luck. He then had this because this building is so generic. You can build and have this for anything. The building I have on my layout does not have that. It's just the front, okay? But I don't know if I paid $25 for this either. But something like this that is unsealed, and I seriously, well, I mean, I think he went through it because this thing is taped. So I think he went through and made sure it was there. But something like this is only worth about $10 to $15. Okay. So if I'm going to buy this to resell it, I'd pay about $5. So this one's going to be used, and I don't know if I paid $25 or not. There was some little stuff, and we got some cowboys. That was $2. I don't know if he charged me for that, but the American Cowboys 42 scale pieces, including horses. These are marked HO and OO. I think these usually turn out to be a little bit too big because OO is 1/76. So this turns out to be a little big. Don't put an HO person next to these people. You look like you have Anunnaki on your layout. Then I got a wood kit from Timberline, and I kind of thought that it would be like this. And of course it was and is. Here's your directions, and there's your kit. So that is a night being left alone so you can figure out how that thing goes together. I saw this little car and I thought, that looks pretty cool. That'll look good on some space. So I got that too. I can't show you this up front, okay, but this is something that we have. This is actually listed at 9. That's tip 10. No, it's not worth $10. This is actually a Merton thing too, but this is going to be used on something else I'm working on. Can't show you all that, but here we have some Pricer figures, and this one is these cows, and then there's some people that go with that also. And I also got the 326 one, which is the railroad workers. I know the camera sucks, but I paid $3 for each one of these. Then I turned around and I started reading. I just read this. Evidently, and I don't understand this either, but I've got the whole set, because there's 2 in here and there's 3 in here. And I paid $5 a shot for these. These are just flats, okay, but very easy to turn into a building. And they're made out of resin, so you got to know how to work with resin. But those are the things, that's the type of stuff I buy, okay. I don't know if I paid $18 for this, but Rivers Hotel, I don't remember this. I know it's old, but I don't know. I've not. This says 2000, so I don't know. Then I got, and I saw him look at this. This is $3 for cattle, because there's going to be a cattle thing on the layout eventually. I don't know if I actually paid for that. This is just a pack of the advertisings, and he gave me this because who's going to buy that? This is City Classics, okay, and this was $10. That's what I pay for these. I buy City Classics, okay. So if you have any City Classics that you want to sell, I buy these. Just bring them to a train show. I'm going to go through the shows here in a minute, but bring them to a train show, and I give up to $10. Okay. Yeah, you like that Santa Fe shirt? Yep, that's it. I have to wear shirts. Ken Patterson gets upset if I get that V-neck thing going on, so I have to do this. Roof detail kit. There's a lot of details in here. I've attempted to print some of this, my 3D printer, through Crafts, but $5, I pay that. Then I found this. I actually printed some of these tanks, which are pretty easy to paint or print and paint. But this is the superstructure that goes and connects them and all. So I thought, well, if I ever get the 3D printer to print again, maybe I can put this on there, because of course this was discontinued. God only knows. I only paid $5 for this, but this is the fermentation tank detail, North American ethanol. Is there a date on this? 2009. Okay, so this was gone a long time ago. Well, this is another thing that I buy. I don't know if I paid $30 for these or not, but Lund Studios, this is Monroe Corp, and this one is Bon-Ton. Don't exactly know what, I guess it's supposed to be a Chinese restaurant or something. So I don't know if I paid that or not. I have a feeling I did. But the Bon-Ton retail, still available. not packed like that. The Bon-Ton retail is $79.95, and the Monroe building is $95 retail. Okay. I believe I was taking 30% off. Is that right? Is that right? Yes. I was taking 30% off of the retail. Try to find that somewhere. Try to get that. Um, I did a thing where, okay, here, the $95 one, you might get 10% off at the hobby shop, and you will pay $85.50, and then you will pay tax. I don't do that. Okay, I don't do that. What's this Saturday? I don't know. I don't know what this Saturday is. That was Josh on here. I don't. What is on Saturday? So at 30% off of $79.95 is $55, and 95 is $66. So I don't know if I'm going to keep those or build them or what. They're resin. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. Oh, Decatur. Yeah. She was a fucking cunt on the phone, and she just had all kinds of stupid shit. You might even have to pay to park. Table prices ridiculous. What, 30, 35, $40, something in that range. $10 to get in, and all. There ain't gonna be nobody there. And is she gonna strip tables, or is she gonna do those stupid square things and whatever? You know, her flyer is a piece of shit. You can't tell anything or anything. That's 2.5 hours. Okay. Plus the fact that she's having I believe she's having a 2-day show. So if she has a 2-day show, whether you have that or not, I mean, I guess I can drive 2.5 in the morning, but you have to stay at a hotel. Well, if she has early setup on Saturday, you have to stay at a hotel on Friday. Then you also have to stay Saturday night. That's 2 nights. Okay. That's $350 in a hotel to start. And you're going to, and what I have, and I'm going to take that and try to sell used HO. No, no. So there was also this little red car, and I thought that would be cool. So I got that. And then we're going to do something. Bob and I got together making fun of certain things, and I can't show you this up close, but this is going to be on a building that I'm going to have on the layout. So I don't know how that's going to look or go over, but that's where we're at. So let's run through the shows that are coming. I don't advertise stupid shows. Okay. So we have nothing after. We just had the show at Greenville, which was a complete disaster. They did not have the air conditioning turned down. So it was cool and muggy in there to the point where I got heat sick. And it was the shits until we got to Blue Springs restaurant. Really didn't feel like eating either, but got in there and it was nice and cool. They had their AC on the way it should be, and I was able to eat. But my truck, the head unit for the AC has thrown craps because it's Chinese junk, and it goes in Tuesday to get that replaced. Hopefully it's under some sort of warranty, but I had to go all the way home with full blast I hadn't quite figured out how to do that yet. Full blast, running 70, 75 miles an hour. And when I got home and turned the truck off and unloaded, went to turn it on and it's vapor locked. So it won't start. So had to open the hood, let it cool off. It took, I don't know, 45 minutes or so, and then it started back up. So it goes in Tuesday. So we'll see what happens there. We go to July. I'm going to attend a Mark Twain Model Club meet, 6:30 to 8:30. It's 2 hours where you buy and sell kits. So I'm going to, I have one table there. It's a small table and all. And I think I just take one shelf and then I put up some airplanes and see if I can sell them. And then I buy some that are there. So that's always a fun time. That's July 7th on Tuesday night. Well, that's going to take you to July 24th and 25th, which is the prototype show at Collinsville, Illinois, at the Gateway Center. This is a specialty show. This is not a train show. There are train vendors there. There are much other things there. There's over 30 learning stations this year. There was over 1,000 models last year, and I heard there's going to be more than that this year. And this year I will have a Howard Johnson's showing you the toy version and what the real one looks like, and then showing you what you can do with Cornerstone kits, changing the Ford Motor Company thing building. I turned mine into a hospital, and I think I'm taking a couple buildings from Dupo, the tower and the little building next to it. But the Ford buildings are discontinued from Walthers. They're gone. The last count was they had 100 of each, and that's it. I'm selling those at more than 30% off. So if you want some, you'll have to contact me. I did not buy any or anything like that, but I'll have a piece of paper and I'm taking pre-orders. They have to be prepaid, and that will not be at the prototype, but Let's Learn Things will be at the prototype show. And this year I have a new camera, so we'll be able to hopefully get the door prize giveaway. We didn't get that last year. So that's going to take you into August. And on August 1st, the Museum of Transportation in St. Louis is having a train show. It's outside. It's on the upper parking lot. Let's Learn Things will be there with the camera, but there's no way in hell that I'm going to be able to survive 95 to 100 degree humidity and all that. No, that's never going to happen. And especially if you're even in the sun, that's even more stupid. The last time he did this, they carted 2 elderly people off in an ambulance for heat exhaustion. So no, we won't be there selling, but the camera will be there. That'll take you down to August 29th, which is the Boeing train show, the second of the year. And that's at Queenie Park. That's the biggest train show in the St. Louis area. And we'll be there. You get a lot of good stuff there. The very next day, we're going to have the Hot Wheels show, hopefully back at the VFW in Collinsville. We had it at the Legion the last time. That did not go over well at all. So hopefully we will be back at the VFW. In September, we get a treat because I go to the Indiana Fairgrounds. Used to be at the Johnson County Fairgrounds, but those people treated them very badly, so we're not going back there. And we're going to the Indiana Fairgrounds, and it's a 2-day NMRA event. So there's not just trains for sale, there's clinics and there's manufacturers and there's all kinds of crazy stuff there. That's 11, 12, and 13. I leave Friday, get into a different time zone, spend the night Friday night, spend the night Saturday night, and drive back Sunday night like a truck driver. So that I sold $1,000 there last time. So you don't pass something up like that. The very next weekend, the IPMS Model Club in Afton, Missouri, and St. Louis will be at the Madison County Fairgrounds in Highland, Illinois for their invitational meet. which is just tons of models and model contests and all kinds of wild things. This is the first time there. It's a new location. We're trying it to see what happens. If St. Louis people come, that's great. If they don't, I guess we'll all go home and lick our wounds. I don't know. But the very next weekend is the Pacific Train Show, which is the 26th of September. That is in Pacific, Missouri at the Pacific Eagles Lodge, which is always a fantastic show. Also, they have fantastic food, and it's really, really good. Leads you into October. Well, the first weekend in October is going back to Indy, and it's the Naptown Show. And this is another tremendous show at their Borough Center. And I leave Friday, spend the night, and of course come back Saturday night like a truck driver. That will take you to October 17th, which is the Iron Spike Train Museum's train show at a new location. If you're going into Washington, on the right side, you're going to see this athletic center, and that's where that's going to be this time. So we don't know what that's going to be like. It's a rec center, and we will see. We'll just have to wait and see what that's going to be like. The weekend of the 25th is the MMVA Model Car Show at Kirkwood. That's on that Sunday. And then at the very end of the week, which is Halloween, I don't understand this, but okay. The Steel Shop is going to have their Comic-Con show again. Okay, and they just had this. So this is real close and all. But they had BattleBots in the last one. I didn't find anything to buy whatsoever, but I go there and I advertise the show and get that on Let's Learn Things. For November and December, I have not gone out there and done that yet. I tried to do it today, and my computer did not work. So I'm going to try again tonight and see if I can get it to work, and then that will be on the next podcast, which will be on Facebook. I tried Facebook tonight. It failed miserably. So that's why I'm doing it again on YouTube, which never fails. So that's going to do it for Dirk's Trains and Let's Learn Things. And hopefully we'll see you at the show. Blinking lights for bargains, folks.